They thought you were weak. They laughed when you cried. They plotted your downfall in secret rooms. But what they didn't know is that God just gave you divine permission to rise. And when a chosen one rises, enemies fall. This message is your confirmation. Watch till the end. Your power is awakening. You didn't come this far by accident. The betrayals, the isolation, the silent battles you fought when no one believed in you. That was all preparation. Spiritual warfare isn't just about resisting evil. It's about unlocking the divine authority within you. And chosen one, you just unlock yours. Understand this. God is not raising you up to play small. He's not elevating you to blend in. He's awakening the lion within you, not for ego, but for purpose, for protection, for spiritual war. Your enemies aren't just people. They are energies, spirits, patterns, assignments sent to distract, delay, or destroy you. But now, your season of victimhood is over. Your anointing has matured, and God is whispering this truth in your spirit. You have permission to destroy what tried to destroy you, not through vengeance, not through revenge, but through power, through truth, through undeniable elevation. See, when God chooses someone, He doesn't just hand them blessings. He trains them in the wilderness. You've been through hell privately so that your victory will be seen publicly. That's why it's been so hard. The pain wasn't punishment. It was preparation for authority. Some of you have no idea how powerful you've become because the battle has exhausted you. But let this wake you up. The attack intensified because your spirit scared them. Not because you're weak, but because you're dangerous when you finally know who you are. You don't need to clap back. You don't need to prove anything. You just need to walk in alignment. When a chosen one aligns with God's will, every enemy that rises will fall. By law, by heaven, by destiny. They tried to curse you, but the curse reversed. They tried to isolate you, but God elevated you in the silence. They tried to bury your name, but now your name is being whispered in rooms they can't enter. This is divine warfare. And hear this clearly. Your authority isn't in your hands. It's in your words, your presence, your purpose. That's why they feel your power before you even speak. That's why they try to bring you down with lies. Because spiritually they've already lost. And they know it. Chosen one, this is your power. You destroy your enemies by outlasting their attacks. You defeat darkness by refusing to become bitter. You overcome everything by becoming exactly what they said you never could be. And now you're there. The attacks, they were confirmation. The delay, it was strategy. God was keeping you hidden until your strength matched your assignment. And now, the mask is off. The chains are off. The fear is gone. You're not walking. You're marching. You're not hoping. You're knowing. You're not asking for favor. You're embodying it. Your enemies underestimated the spiritual weapons you carry. Your silence, it's a sword. Your resilience, it's a shield. Your wisdom, it's a fire that burns through deception. No longer are you here to please people who fear your light. You're not here to tone down your spirit to make others feel comfortable. You were chosen to disturb the systems, to break the curses, to end the cycles. They should have left you alone when they had the chance. But now, it's too late. Because what they meant for evil, God just turned into fuel. This power you feel inside, it's real. It's sacred. It's unstoppable when you remain obedient. The more they attack, the stronger you become. The more they lie, the louder your truth will echo. And the more they try to block you, the more divine doors will open. Because you didn't fight back in the flesh, you fought back in faith. That's what makes you untouchable. You're not just walking with purpose, you are the purpose. You're not just covered, you are the cover for others still in darkness. You're not just protected, you are the protection. This is why the attacks have been spiritual. Because your presence disturbs strongholds. Your light exposes hidden agendas. Your elevation threatens systems built on lies. You were never meant to be liked. You were meant to be feared by darkness. You were never meant to fit in. You were meant to shift atmospheres. You were never meant to stay small. You were built to break barriers. And now that you know, everything changes. Your enemies can't access you because they can't match your frequency anymore. You've outgrown the cage they tried to keep you in. You've outlasted the storm they sent to break you. You've outlived the lies they spread to silence you. Chosen one, your power is real, and it's time to use it. Not in revenge, not in ego, but in divine execution. You walk into rooms now with authority. You speak with clarity. You act with discernment. You no longer tolerate anything that insults your calling. And that posture, it dismantles everything they tried to build against you. You didn't ask for this battle, but you were built for it. And now the victory isn't just coming, it's already here. When you rise, chains fall. When you speak, lies tremble. When you walk, territory shifts. Because you're not just a survivor, you are a divine warrior disguised in human form. And from this moment forward, every enemy, every demonic assignment, every word curse, every hidden attack, they all crumble under the weight of your anointing. Because when God gives you the power to destroy your enemies, you don't need to lift a hand. You just lift your voice. Lift your truth. Lift your standard, and heaven will do the rest. They never saw it coming. While they were busy gossiping, you were growing. While they were laughing, you were healing. While they were plotting, heaven was promoting. And now, the shift is irreversible. God didn't elevate you just for applause. He elevated you for impact. And that impact starts now. Your presence will begin to expose the fakes. Your spirit will start to trigger the guilty. Your success will convict those who tried to destroy your name. That's not arrogance. That's what happens when favor hits your life like thunder. The divine spotlight is on you now, not for fame, but for demonstration. God is about to use you as living proof that no weapon formed can prosper, no enemy plotted can prevail, and no curse spoken can land. They tried everything. They used manipulation. They sent confusion. They attack your mind, your relationships, your finances. But you're still here, still chosen, still rising, still glowing with holy fire. This is your supernatural revenge. Peace in the face of chaos, joy in the presence of enemies, strength in the very place you once broke. Because now you realize the storm didn't come to kill you. It came to reveal you. You have authority now. And that authority is silent but loud, invisible but unstoppable, peaceful but war-ready. The people who once dismissed you, they're watching. The ones who rejected you now want access. The ones who said you'd never make it. They're about to witness the full unveiling of who you truly are. But you're not here to impress them. You're here to fulfill the prophecy. Every moment you stayed silent, every time you forgave what broke your heart, every night you cried but still prayed. That was power building up in your spirit. Now it's overflowing. Now it's activated. And the enemies you see today, you will see no more. Not because you fought them, but because your obedience made them irrelevant. When a chosen one steps into purpose, enemies self-destruct. Demonic systems collapse. Lies unravel. You won't even have to lift a finger. Your elevation will do all the damage. Because your assignment carries spiritual weight now. God didn't just deliver you. He weaponized you. Your words carry healing. Your silence speaks volumes. Your walk now commands rooms. That's why you feel different. That's why you don't belong where you used to. That's why the attacks came so heavy. Because the enemy saw what you were about to become before you even knew. But it's too late for them now. You've crossed over into your season of spiritual domination. Not pridefully, but purposefully. With grace, with fire, with discernment, and with an armor that no weapon can penetrate. Your old self couldn't survive this level, but your new self, born for it. The pain gave birth to the warrior. The isolation birthed revelation. And the betrayal, that was just the final push into divine authority. You are not the same anymore. And they feel it. That's why people act funny now. That's why some can't look you in the eye. Your light exposes too much. Your truth burns through their lies. Your presence carries heaven's weight, and demons tremble when you speak. Don't let their reaction shrink you. Don't let their envy silence you. Don't let their jealousy distract you. God didn't call you to fit in. He called you to disrupt. And now you walk in the fullness of that disruption. You're a curse breaker, a stronghold shatterer, a silent threat to every demonic agenda that thought it could take you out. You're not just protected, you're weaponized. You're not just anointed, you're unstoppable. You're not just chosen, you're appointed for this very hour. And the world is about to see it. Because now, when you speak, nations shift. When you move, atmospheres change. When you pray, strongholds break. You've been given keys to realms that others only dream about. Why? Because you passed the test.